All right, this is the Salty Sergeant. Welcome back to another random Thursday. Where I literally just play whatever I feel like. Oh dear, what's going on? Hold on. What the heck is going on? Got so much echo happening. Okay, there we go. That's better. Sorry about that. Alright. But it's Random Thursday. We're playing some Forza. I'm looking to get ranked in online. I know you have to get ranked every year in game to receive the prizes, and I don't really have a lot of time to play until the next year in the game comes around. So we're going to try to get ourselves ranked so we can get prizes. And here another hour. Yeah, 1 hour, 4 minutes. Winter is ending and it's going to be springtime again. So that'll be fun. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to get enough Forza-thon points to get the Hummer H1, unfortunately. I wish I could. I just don't have enough time to play nowadays. Okay. What are we doing? Playing online, getting ranked. That's what we're doing. Why am I driving this car? Oh, actually, I know it was for a seasonal championship. We got 2 super wheel spins and 60,000 credits. Okay. Can we even get the wheel spins? We can. Usually my garage is full, so I can't do wheel spins. I must have sold some cars. I'll take the 400k though. That's nice. Not that I really need money, because I have plenty of money. I got 23 million. Alright. Still showing up. There we go. Online adventure. Ranked adventure. Yes. We have to do 4 more free-for-alls and 1 more team to get ranked. And I'm not sure what's going to be the higher rank. We'll find out. I know team, I should be ranked like 14 once I do a race. Like 14 or 15. I've never been very good at the team racing. Actually, no, I'm thinking about it. All of my chats are hidden right now. Are you guys even getting desktop audio? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, you guys aren't getting any audio. Well, that's stupid. How are you going to fix this? Let's see. That working? No, it's not. Oh, wrong one. No, don't go away. Oh, hey, Medursis? I don't know how to pronounce that. We can do a Skyline build, actually. We absolutely can do a Skyline build. Stop that. Once I sort out my computer problems here. It does not want to work with me here. There we go. So yes, instead of doing that, let's find a skyline. We can definitely do that. We can build up a skyline so we can actually use it for our online ranked races. Let's see. I'm not even sure if I have very many skylines. So I know I have an R32 GTR. Nissan. I admit I missed Nissan. Where was it? Nissan. Okay. Well, we have a GTR Black Edition. V-Spec, which is tuned for B-Class right now. For R34. Looks like an R33. Actually, we're going to return to free roam real quick. We're going to do this race and then we're going to build one up because it looks like I do have quite a few skylines actually. So we'll see what one is going to be the best one for this. Because the Forza Edition skyline, the LM, the race car skyline, I haven't actually driven that one at all. I built one, I just haven't driven it. Winter road racing in S2. God, that's not great. I do not like racing in S2. This guy's got winter tires, so we're gonna... I know this guy has like no top speed at all, the KTMs, but we're gonna go for it anyways. Because it's got all-wheel drive and winter tires. Unlike almost every other car I have in S2. Hopefully it won't be too bad, because I know this does not have top speed at all. At least compared to most other S2 cars that have a top speed of something stupid. Wait, what happened? I'm back. There we go. I can do a Nismo build. Yeah, like we can do one of those. Yeah, we'll do a Nismo build after this series. Because I know last time I didn't join, it actually banned me from racing, and I don't want that happening again. Which is stupid, because it's not usually how it works. It usually should ban you if you quit, not if you don't join. It's just stupid. Ooh, it's been a little while since I played this game. We're staying up with the front of the pack though, and that's good. Granted, this is also a pretty tight circuit, so that helps. Because all this car has is downforce and acceleration. No top speed at all. So of course, whenever there's even remotely a place to get speed, I get passed. But oh, past two people at once. There we go. There we go. Now there's only this TVR in front of me. Speaking of TVRs, I am looking forward to the new TVR coming to the game. Having some issues with my brakes. They do not feel right. But if I finished in third place, I'd be pretty pleased with that. I'm getting passed by everybody now, though. I don't know if a third place finish is actually going to happen. I can hope. Okay, down to second, gear, third, fourth. Let's go. We only have like one turn left. There we go. Beautiful. Third place. Or fourth place? How did we end up in fourth place? I thought we were in third. Yeah. The leaderboard on the top right said I was in fourth place for some reason. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. The TVR Griffith is going to be amazing. I'm not sure what I would want to do with it, though. If I want to build like a grip build with it or a drift build, because I feel like a drift build out of that car would be really cool. Either way, it's going to be an amazing car. I'm not even sure if they're selling that thing in the US. I should look into that. Because if they are, I feel like that would actually be a pretty decent competitor for the new Supra coming out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're in completely different classes. But I'm thinking, whenever I think of... yeah, I don't have Crew 2 yet. But yeah, whenever I think of TVR, I always think they're like these straight six bare bones sports cars. Which is kind of what everyone wanted the Supra to be, but that's not what the new Supra is. The new Supra is not about that life. Okay, now here on this free roam rush, I'm gonna get like last pace with this car, because everyone's gonna pass me once we get on the highway. But yeah, I would, for having a car to actually own, I would almost prefer the TVR. But again, I'm not sure if they'll actually sell those in the US. No, I do not think the Supra is going to be in the game. Not unless Toyota changes their mind on video games, because they're not in the game because they decided they didn't want to be in video games anymore. For some reason. Didn't make a lot of sense to me. But whatever. Oh, that's a building. We don't want to... Well, that just slowed me down significantly. But, yeah, Toyota said they don't want to be part in video games anymore. It could just be a, almost like a marketing stunt trying to... I don't know. I'm gonna go right through this darn off-road area, aren't I? This is not where I want to be. But yeah, we'll see. If Toyota ends up changing their mind, that would be amazing. If not, then no, we're not going to see the Supra in any games anytime soon. Ooh, we actually pulled a 6th place. That's not bad. Yeah, the Supra Celica, my personal favorite is the MR2. I actually own an MR2, that's why it's my personal favorite. I think the only Forza game that had my MR2 in it was Forza Motorsport 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the only one with my MR2. Forza Motorsport 4 was the best Forza game. Or best Forza Motorsport game. I'm not sure how the Horizon games really... because they're completely different games, but... But yeah, the Celica, the Supra, the MR2... They had other good cars, too. Oh, the old 8086 Corollas. Oldsmobile Cutlass. That's not in the game already? That's sad. Hmm. Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, I don't usually use muscle cars too much, but still, more muscle cars is always a welcome thing. Less supercars. I'm not a fan of supercars in general. Because, well, I say that while I'm driving a supercar. But you have to drive a supercar in this class, otherwise you're just not going to be competitive. But yeah. More muscle cars, more tuner type cars. I'd be quite pleased with all of that. There we go, past the Lambo. That was actually a pretty clean pass too, I'm happy with that. Up to 3rd place. See if we can get past this guy in 2nd. I don't think we're going to be able to, but we can try. He's not too far ahead. And he just ran into the wall. And is drifting all over the place. We might actually be able to pass this guy. Ooh, that was a good line around that corner. Down to 3rd gear. Late apex. Beautiful. That was bad. Don't hit the wall. And cut corner 1 a little bit. I seem to do that like every lap on this track. Doesn't matter like what class I'm racing in or what the rule set is, I'm still cutting that first corner on this track. Okay, I saw you just message. I'm gonna get to that right after this race. Sorry about that. He pulled ahead really quick there. Yeah, this lap he pulled ahead a lot. Started being serious. I'll take another 3rd place finish, that's not bad. Unlock the Hot Wheels Ford Mustang Spring Season Challenge, yes. Those things make great drift cars. I love them. At least I enjoyed driving that car around back in Forza Horizon 3, that was a great car. Great car. I am really sad though I didn't get the buggy, the Hot Wheels buggy, because I had too much other stuff going on. I didn't have enough time to play the game. And actually, if it's, yeah, the Hot Wheels Ford Mustang is a spring challenge, so we could actually unlock that today, because it's going to be spring here in about 45 minutes. Yeah, the Rip Rod. I got the Bone Shaker when that was a thing, but I did not get the Rip Rod. Because I think that was the week I started school, so that caused way too many issues. Okay, this is a very straightforward race. I'm going to lose this so badly. That guy just decides to drive across the field. Well, actually, everybody else is too. Let's do this. Drive across the field. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I'll end up in last place? Oh no. Because even if I end up in last place, I'm just going to end up with a bad ranking at the start of the... I'm just going to end up the season with a bad ranking, but This is my first time getting ranked in the solo, so I can just improve it next season. And by season, I mean year, in-game year. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing well right now. Nobody else wanted to be on a road, though, for some reason. I think everybody else is just off-roading it. The goal here is just not to run into any trees and to get to the highway. There we go. Beautiful. So using this car, I can use the Agra. My Agra is not set up for racing. My Agra is actually set up for record-breaking stuff. So like the speed traps and speed zones, stuff like that. So it's not actually raceable online because it's an X class, unfortunately. I never got the new record-breaking car, whatever that one is. So I'm still using the Agra for all my record-breaking needs. And we're gonna end up in 7th place, which is not great. Nope, 6th place. I'll take it. Yeah, but the Agra is a great car, don't get me wrong, but which is why the Agra and I think the McLaren Senna are both set up for record-breaking stuff right now. And it's not like I can just go out and buy another Agra RS. So I think that was like a gift car. I do have Fortune Island. That is a decent DLC. I've actually finished that up a little while ago. A couple weeks ago. It's a good time. Which I would almost say that the primary reason I bought it was, well, I would say the primary reason I bought it. I mean, I've got the pass, so I just get all the DLC. But the thing I was most excited about it was the fact that the Exomotive Exoset was in the game again, because that's another one of my cars. I've got an MR2 and an Exomotive Exoset in my garage. But great cars. Just useless. They're useless cars, but they're fun. Not having a windshield or a roof really makes a car quite useless. Actually, that guy was driving a Carrera GT. You don't see too many of those. Online, anyways. I know almost nobody uses the car I'm using online because of the top speed problems it has. But on most circuit tracks, it's fine. Oh, that is true. I do have that Koenigsegg. I don't think I've built that one up yet either. I may have. I don't remember though. Yeah, I'll have to take a look. Why is this guy going so slow around the corners? He's got like this stupid lightweight car. Is that the Dunkert? Or the Lotus 7? Or the Caterham 7? It's hard to tell the difference between the two. They look very similar. That's the Dunkert. That's not actually that lightweight of a car. All right. We gotta pass these guys. These guys, I don't like being behind these guys. There we go. That's 1, 2 people passed. See if we can get beyond this skyline here. Booyah. Nope. Nope. Took that corner way too slow. Don't know if I'll have time to pass him. So I think it's just this straightaway to the finish line, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we got in front of the skyline. That got us a 4th place finish. That's not too bad. But yeah, the CC8S, I'll have to look, because I'm pretty sure I've, like, modified it. I don't think I've really done any tuning to it, though. Or even really used it. I'll have to look into that for an S2 car. Throw some winter tires on it and use it for the S2 winter races. Because yeah, I can't use the same car for the summer or for the non-winter races as the winter races. Because the winter races, having winter tires is so much more useful, but you can't be competitive in any other season with winter tires. It's frustrating. Okay, there we go. Series is complete. Got another wheel spin. Oh joy! A hoodie. But at least there's not another useless car that's filling up my garage. I don't need any more of those. Could be a useful car to fill up my garage with, that'd be nice. Okay. We're gonna go back to the festival. We're gonna take a quick peek at the Skyline and the Koenigsegg CC8S. See if we can figure something out with those. Guys, let's see, because Nissan is this way. Here we go. So the Nismo Forza edition, yeah, I have that built up to S2. You know, I really should just drive that car around sometime. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, does it? I'm looking forward to that then. Or maybe it already updated and I just don't know it. But yeah, no, that's great. Because I have been hurting for space for a very long time. Actually, we have an R32 and we haven't done anything with it. Let's build this guy up. I haven't built up the R32. Yeah, that is nice. I haven't, like, I know they had Forza had a stream recently on the new update coming out, and I haven't been able to see it at all. I don't know, I think Playground is doing a more in-depth stream next week. Or maybe they did it this week. I don't remember. It's hard to keep track of time. At least I've been having a hard time keeping track of time lately. Auto show upgrades. We want upgrades. There we go. It's already updated. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, you can get a Rocket Bunny kit for this. Oh, slick. Yeah, let's put the rocket. No, actually, I don't want them to modify the car for me. Put the Rocket Bunny kit on myself. We definitely want to keep the all-wheel drive. Let's see. Do we want to V8 it? Yeah, we're going to put a V8 in it because we love being sacrilegious like that. Yeah, that is, I said, already up to. I'll have to take a look at it, see what the updates are, because I've been occupied with school lately. It's been difficult. Wait, a non-Forza adjustable wing? That's glorious. That's nice. I don't know what class we want to put this guy into, though. Either way, we're going to be giving it max grip. Widest tires we can fit on it. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Now, I do like the looks of the 1552s an awful lot compared to a lot of the other wheels. They're not terribly light, but I like the way they look. Actually, I think I'm going to leave the smaller rims and the really meaty looking tires on there. Alright, then that, we need race. Let's see. Well, I guess we're going to S1 class with this car. Which is honestly one of the better classes anyways. Well, it's way, way better than S1, that's for sure. Or not S1, S2. S2 is awful, I hate S2. Actually, I think we should be able to stay in S1 without doing too much more, because we already swapped in the 8-cylinder. So we shouldn't have to turbo it or anything, so we could have an NA 8-cylinder in S1, that could be good. I'm pretty pleased with how that might turn out. That being said, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to get to the top of S1 with this engine without turboing it. Maybe? Maybe? Ooh, maybe not. These guys are lighter, let's add these. Drive shaft. Okay, so right now we're sitting at 892. I think that actually might be good enough. So we're going to install the setup. I mean, it won't be competitive like high levels, but I'm not actually that good at the game. So I feel like this will be competitive enough in S1. Let's see, what's our top speed? We need to increase our top speed a little bit. Let's do that. Alignment, let's get a little bit more caster. Just the toe a little bit. Yeah, that should be good. And aero, let's give max aero to the rear. And centralize the power a little bit more. That way it'll drive a little bit more like a rally car instead of a Skyline. Okay, now actually, I know there's a Forza-thon event happening, and I'm in desperate need of Forza-thon points. So now we have this R32 here. We're gonna go jump in that Forza-thon event happening, wherever that is. Where is it happening? There it is. What the is going on here? Let's do... Hold on. Just a second. Getting some technical difficulties with one of my chats. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my mixer chat was being a little funky there. Now, of course, this car is going to be pretty much useless right now because it doesn't have winter tires, but give it another half hour. This car's going to be super legit. Actually, I'm really happy with how this car looks too. I hope it drives as good as it looks. I can hope. Then again, it's not like a huge power either. So its top speed is like 200. That's not great for an S1 car. But it's not awful either. It could be competitive on smaller tracks. I'm still waiting for them to fix the online multiplayer so I don't have to do free roam rushes between every race. But whatever. Yeah, this car is very, very stable right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to adjust the suspension too much as it is, because it already feels very, very good. I'll have to double check. I may have to decrease the rear downforce though. As nice as it is to have all that grip in the back, having your aero destabilized like that, like way too much downforce in the front or the rear, it makes the car weird to drive. So I'm actually looking to do that with my real car. Doing some tests on aerodynamic pieces to see how I can stabilize the aerodynamics of it. Because right now the body is almost entirely stock. The only real modifications that have been made to it are lowering springs and an exhaust. So getting something like a front lip or adding some hood vents to see what that type of thing it does to adjust the aerodynamic balance of the car. I'm quite interested to see how it works. But that being said, that would require me purchasing a bunch of equipment that I don't have right now. That could get expensive. Yeah, we'll see. Still throwing around the idea of it. And I just flipped. Don't flip back over. Best A car? Like, what's the best A-class car? I don't know. I know what my personal favorite A-class cars are. But my, well, actually, I say that like I actually have one. The best A-class road car, I haven't really found one that I like. Like, for off-roading, the Hoonigan cars are really good for the if you're doing like rallying, like dirt, like loose surface driving, and for cross country racing, I like the Lumicraft buggy, the Class 10, I think, the Lumicraft Class 10 buggy. That's one of my favorites for A-class cross country. But I haven't actually found a truly great car for A-class road racing. Because all the cars I build are either undrivable, they're fast but really difficult to drive, or they're easy to drive and really slow. It's like I don't have an in-between. Those are what I get. So I've tried building several cars, and it doesn't always work great. Because I've tried building, as I said before, it's like I've got an MR2, which isn't in this game. I have an Exo set, which is in the game, but They have the off-road version, the Exocet, and it's useless on road. And they also have a Miata, but the Miata, once you build it up to A-Class, is pretty useless unless you convert it to all-wheel drive, which kind of takes the point away from it being a Miata. I don't know. I have a hard time with them, but we'll see. I may eventually find a car that I like in A-Class. Because in S1 class, I've got like a whole bunch of different cars I use. S2, I have very few cars I use because I just don't like racing in S2 in general. And I have a whole lot of cars in B class that I like to use. But I don't know how competitive they are because you can't race B class online. It's kind of frustrating. Wish they would fix that so I could race some B class cars online without a free roam rush mode. That would be amazing. But at the same time, I realize that I really don't care about the free roam rush part. I just want to do the racing, so maybe I should just go out and buy Forza Motorsport 7. Because I think that's the only Forza game I don't have right now, is Motorsport 7. Well. Excuse me. One of these days I'll go out and get it. Once it's on sale, because I don't like spending full price for a game. I always pick up games when they're on sale, or go to like Humble Bundle, pick stuff up over there or something. So I forgot, is this the first or the second? I think this is the second challenge, isn't it? So we still have one more challenge after this one. We only have like 8 minutes. We are progressing very slowly on this challenge. Oh, hey Swag Kid. Thanks for following and the host. I appreciate it. And did we get it? Yes, fantastic. Need a speed trap. Where's the speed trap? This way. I'm gonna get up on the normal road because this car does not like the dirt. That being said, the road itself is still covered in snow, and it doesn't like that either, because I don't have snow tires on this car. So I'm not sure if anybody has actually, like, driven a car in real life with snow tires, but it makes such a difference. They're amazing. So I know I've got snow tires right now on my Miata, because that's what I drive. That's my daily driver, is my Miata. So I've got snow tires on that, and when the polar vortex came through last week, that was amazing. Just driving the Miata through like a foot of snow, didn't matter. It didn't care. That was fun. That is the only good part about the only thing I enjoy about snow is driving in it. I don't actually like snow for any other reason. Because it's cold, it's wet. Well, I mean, it's not really wet until it warms up, but it's still cold, and I don't like cold. We got that guy running around in a rally car, it looks like. This is probably not the best car for this. I could probably be in like any other car and it would be better. Because again, this car it handles great. It's following the same trend as a lot of my other cars. It handles great, but it just doesn't have the speed. So I always prioritize handling over speed. Which is the same thing I do in real life. I can't even complain about that, or say too much about that, because I know that it's like you don't buy an Exocet or a Miata or an MR2 to drive fast. You buy them because they handle well. They're good cars they're fun cars to throw around. They're fun to drive. And something that just goes fast in a straight line but can't corner, I just don't find to be very fun. And it's also hard to use them in real life because you can't, especially where I am, because there aren't any good tracks nearby. So there's no place for me to really drive them at full throttle if I had a more powerful car. Forza 3. Do you mean Forza Motorsport 3 or Forza Horizon 3? Because yes, I have both of those. That is good. Maybe I should play some Motorsport 3. That's a good game. There's some Motorsport 4. So I've got a capture card now. I can actually stream from my Xbox 360. So I can plug in my Xbox 360 and play some old Forza. Yeah, Forza Horizon 3. Yes, I do have Forza Horizon 3. It's a good game. I actually don't think I've finished that game yet. Because I've done all the races, but I don't think I've done all the championships yet. But doing all the championships takes a long time. Because there's a championship for every race, which means you're doing every race like 10 times by the time you're done with the game. Do I want to play on the 20th? Not sure what day that is. Hold on just a second. 20th. 20th is a Wednesday. I cannot do that. I'm at school all day on Wednesdays, unfortunately. Sorry about that. School is not great. Gamer tag is Salty Sergeant 42. But yeah, please add me if you play. I'm more than happy. I mean, I'm not sure if we'd be able to play together anytime soon, but I'll be more than happy to play with you eventually, and or build up a leaderboard because I love having full leaderboards full of friends. That's important to me. Because if you get a nice full leaderboard, that means you have more challenges, more people to race against. And I always find that to be fun. Because I know in this game I've actually gone on the Forza forums and I just sent friend requests to everyone I can find. The Forza forums, I've joined a couple different Discords just to build up my friend count, so I can have decent leaderboards, people to race against. Okay, finally. Done. Okay. We need to... Well, actually, what time is it? We got like 15 minutes. So let's see if we can get another... Well, what do we have here? Everything's complete, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I don't have nearly enough points for the Hummer. The Hummer's 600 points. I wish. You're suspended until the 19th? Yeah, it sucks. Okay, let's do another ranked adventure real quick, now we got the skyline built up. We still have three more of these things to do. Here, let me type it out for you. Hold on. I know it says Salty AF Sergeant, but I actually got banned for using that because they said it was obscene. It's not, but they said it was, so... Because A-Force, the AF stands for Air Force, it doesn't stand for anything else. But still, Xbox got irritated. They didn't get irritated when I changed it either. They got irritated, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I actually, I jumped into the Forza stream. The official Forza stream. I jumped into the Forza stream and started messing around with people. And someone complained about my gamer tag. I should do that more often. I need to jump in their streams more often. They're fun. It's fun to mess around with people. Actually, I say that, but I know some of the people that show up on there, specifically like Sushi, is stupid fast, and I can't compete at all. But compared to everybody else in those streams, I'm usually quite good, so... Why does it take so long to find an online race? At least the free-for-all adventure takes a lot less time than the team adventure, just based on the fact that team adventure you need a full team for it to start, for some reason, and that's just stupid. Ooh, this car is awful in the snow. There we go. We may actually have a full room here for solo anyways. You got 10 people join. No, just 10. That's fine. Or maybe it's not updating and there are 12, who knows. S1 cross country. Okay, so this car will not work for cross country racing. It's a little sad. I was kind of hoping to use this car. But that's okay. Trying to think what cars I have for S1. I think I use the Honda truck, the Honda Ridgeline trophy truck. I think is whatever it is called for cross country. Where is that guy? Is he in here? He's in my favorites. Yeah, there he is. It's not ranked up to 900 because I can't. This truck doesn't actually get up that high. It's kind of sad. I wish you could add modifications to it for every car to get to the top of one class. So, like, you don't max out a car to have it in the middle of a class where it's useless. You can actually level up the cars all the way and it'll be at the top of the class. So I think they did that in a different game. Not necessarily that exact thing for every car, but I think it was Motorsport 4, actually, which is still my favorite Forza game. Any of the race cars all the race cars had upgrades, and you could upgrade the race cars to move to the top of the next class, which was really cool. I always enjoyed that. So then any race car could be competitive in more than one class. Which was nice. That was nice. Excuse me. Okay. So what do we got? We're doing this race. I'm actually not a huge fan of this one. I mean, usually my cars are better at handling than speed, so this would normally be okay. But cross-country cars, I always have a more difficult time trying to get them to handle correctly to where I'm comfortable. And I usually end up making them faster than they should be. Ah, come on, get out of the way. So I don't know how well I'm going to do on this track with this truck, but... we'll see. We do not go for the jump because the jump just makes you really slow. Someone just rear-ended me. Darn you. Then again, it ran me into a wall and I just slid around the corner, so I guess that works. It may have actually made me faster by rear-ending me. With any luck, we will have another solid third place finish on this guy, or on this race. Come on, grip, go around the corner, thank you. So another problem with the trophy trucks, they handle great and they do the bumps, or they handle bumps great and jumps, but they don't corner well at all. I have a hard time getting them to turn. Maybe it's just the tuning setup I'm using. It probably is. But no, I have a hard time with them. I think I hit that checkpoint. I did. Okay, good. That would be embarrassing, missing a checkpoint like that. Hate it when that happens. Especially when you're racing online and you miss a checkpoint. It's embarrassing. Oh well, 4th place, I'll take it. That's not too bad. Still a little sad that I'm not getting any game audio. Oh well. We had 2 DNFs, 2 people quit. Oh my goodness. That was awful. I guess I did a lot better than a lot of people there. I was still almost 6 seconds behind the guy in the first place, but... Oh well. Actually, that was another truck I was thinking about trying, was the ZR2, the Chevy ZR2, because I know that truck. I just recently got that truck not too long ago. Haven't gotten a chance to build it up or anything yet. So I'm curious how well it actually does for cross-country type stuff. Because I know how good the Ford Raptor is for A-Class, so I'm curious if it would be similar. Okay, free roam rush. It has us turning to the left and then turning... Yeah, we're just going to go straight. Get on the road. Something I realize a lot of the times on these free roam rushes is you could go across country, which is a shorter distance, but it's going to be faster if you just stick to the road. Darn it, they started me in front. That's not what I wanted. I don't know where those guys think they're going. But yeah, it's usually faster to stick with the roads as much as you can, and only use cut across if it's an obvious place where it's just stupid to not cut across. Like just going across country the whole way it just doesn't seem to work. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It might work for some people. It doesn't work for me though. I always manage to find a tree somewhere. Like a lonely tree in the middle of nowhere, and I find it and I hit it. That's usually what happens. And I also feel like this truck handles better when I'm using my steering wheel instead of a controller. That's just me. It may actually just help with the added range of control that you have with the steering wheel. That might be all it is. Looks like I'm probably got a pretty safe 4th place finish again. Okay, we're going to cut across here and try to not hit any trees. Oh, nicked a tree, but it didn't stop us. Actually, it looks like we got a solid 2nd place. Sweet! That is not bad at all. I'll take it. That should bump us up to average of 3rd place, as long as the 3rd place guy didn't do really well this race. But even then, that means the 1st place guy did really bad, so... I can look at the shop when it changes. Because it's changing in, what, 5 minutes? Yeah, I plan on taking a look at that and all the new Forza-thon events as soon as this series is over. I'll take care of that. Not an issue. Yeah, up to 3rd place. There we go. We're getting there. We're only two points behind 2nd place and 4 points behind 1st. That's not bad. I still have a chance on this one to get 1st. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Because that one guy's won both races, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. And sorry about the sniffing and the sneezing and the coughing. I've been trying to get over a cold over here. Okay, what the world is that guy driving? A Triumph TR3B. I can't imagine that's terribly good, especially for this one. There's a lot of racing in water. Anything without good ground clearance is not going to do well on this particular race. I think I just bashed him into a wall on accident. I did not actually mean to do that. Nope, I'm ahead of you. Sorry. Oop, don't hit the house. Get the checkpoint. There we go. I mean, I would have preferred to not hit the wall either, but... Okay, so we might be sitting at the 3rd or 4th place, depending if any people make mistakes through here. Again, this isn't the most competitive truck, but I'm much more consistent with this truck than I am with any other car for cross-country stuff, which makes it faster overall for me. So that's why I use it. I mean, it's not all that fast if you're just looking at speed, but it is consistent, which is important. Nope. We both ran into the wall. So I ended up in 3rd place because I got off the wall faster. That works. That's hilarious. I don't even think I have the Toyota Baja yet. That's another truck I want to get. I've wanted to get that truck since, like, I started the game when it came out, but... Yeah, we'll get it eventually. It's not like I don't have the money to get it, because I have, like, $24 million in the game right now. And that just got them further ahead, so a 1st or 2nd finish is looking less and less likely right now. A 3rd place finish is looking very likely for the series overall, which, you know, I'm okay with a 3rd place finish. I'm okay with that. Okay, free roam rush, here we go. This one is actually pretty straightforward, and there's a bridge there, so you can't really cut that one corner very much. People are going to try, and it's going to be hilarious. But no, this one, for the most part, you can do this one just straight on the road. Yep, there's somebody already trying to cut. That's not going to work for you. Actually, it might. I don't know. It wouldn't work for me if I tried it. I know that. Oh, you hit the wall. Thank goodness. That means it gives me a little bit to catch up. And, you know, I'm going to cut this corner. Like, there's a bunch of people doing it. I'm going to try it. We're going to see if we can make this work. The goal here is just not to hit trees. Because if you can get away with not hitting trees, you're usually pretty good off. Or rocks, for that matter. Hitting the rock didn't help anything. or that tree. So there I go, hitting trees again. It's not really ideal. But I'm in second place right now, which is kind of surprising. Did not expect that. Then again, this truck does have a pretty decent top speed for A-Class, so I can't complain too much. So I'll take the second place finish for sure. Ooh, glad I hit that and didn't go right past it. Okay, so we have, what time is it? 9:30, so right now the season is changing to spring, and we have one more race to get done before we can check out what spring has to bring. Which I know that it was mentioned earlier that the Hot Wheels Mustang is going to be a spring event item. So I'm going to try to get that. Ooh, I'm tied with second right now. We actually have a shot at getting second if I do better than I Do Donuts on this next one. Because I Do Donuts has not been doing well the last two races. He won the first two. He hasn't been doing as well on the second two. For the last two. We'll see how this one works. It's actually a lap race, or it's actually a not free roam rush, so I'm more comfortable with non-free roam rushes. City outskirts cross country. Which one is this? Not a fan of these ones. We'll get it sorted out. I like how I'm actually like the slowest car in here too. I'm in second place, but I've got the slowest car out of everybody. Something I've realized with S2 as well, if you're racing an S2, it's almost more worth it having a car that you can control and is slower, because people will have cars that are way too fast and they won't be able to control them. So you'll actually do pretty well with a slower, more controllable car. Oh, didn't see you there. That's I Do Donuts, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We can't let that guy take first, because if he takes first, I'm not getting second place. Ah, darn it. There's a little clip on the end of that wall. Yeah, we can't let I Do Donuts get in first place. I mean, not that I really have any control over that. I can pretend like I do. I don't. Come on, turn. There we go, thank you. We had to run into our opponent to turn, but... So I don't like the trophy trucks. I always have a hard time getting them to turn when I want them to. Well, we might still get a second place finish because everybody else messed up on that turn. On here, but I Do Donuts got first, so he's going to end up ahead of me. Overall. Yeah. That is frustrating. So I think that means we got third place overall. But still, third place isn't bad. That's still a podium finish. I'll take a podium finish. I like how the other two guys like just flew off the track there at the end. One of them ended up in like 6th place. That's hilarious. Yeah. They ended up tied for first and I ended up in third. Darn it all. That's not what I wanted. Oh well. Still a podium finish. That's going to increase my rank. And we have two more to go to get ranked. So let's see what we have for all of our good stuff for the season before we do another one of these things. Because, yeah, it should be spring now. It should have been spring for about 5 minutes. Wish it was spring in real life. That'd be nice. Be like April or May. That'd be nice. And I could justify taking the top off my car, driving it around. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. But no, I don't get that. Okay, loading spring. Here we go. Of course, we have to have a bunch of rain because UK in the spring, I guess. Okay. Let's see. I could win another Illumicraft Class 10 Race Car Forza Edition, which I already have 2 Forza Edition versions of that car. Spring Community Championship gets us the Mustang, which I'm definitely going to try to get that, as well as the black modern race suit, which I'm all for actual race suits. So I'm pretty happy with the stuff this week, except the Class 10 buggy. I've already got several of those, so that's going to be a pretty low priority for me. And let's see, what do we have in the Forza shop? Okay, that's pretty great that they're doing a Mitsubishi-based events. That's fun. Okay, we have the Mercedes-Benz SL65 AMG Black Series Forza Edition car, which I don't actually have that one yet. The Honda Civic Type R, I've already got that. The robot and a modern blue race suit, which I don't have that either. I may pick that up. Because I'm not really feeling it for the Forza Edition Black Series, but the race suit, I'm always for a good race suit. Then again, I already have a race suit, and they're giving away a race suit this season anyways. Okay. See what we can do about that. Let's go to world map. We want the community championship. Wherever that is. This guy. We'll do the community championship because that's what's going to get us our Mustang. And I want to make sure I get that before it's not a thing anymore. Like I missed with the Rip Rod. Very sad about that. Okay, we just have to race this solo. I don't know what car. Okay, this is dirt racing. I don't know what the actual like hot hatches or something. I got a bunch of Civic Type R's over here. Okay, so we can use our Focus RS. That and the Veloster are my only 2 tuned cars for this. And yeah, I'd prefer to not drive a Veloster. Not a huge fan of Velosters. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of most Korean vehicles. I spent too much time. I used to work on Kias. I used to work at a Kia dealership. And from that experience, I've learned to dislike Korean cars, because Kias and Hyundais are the same thing. They've got the same engines, all the same electronics. So yeah, no, I've learned to dislike the Korean vehicles. Oh, this car is slow. Has a lot of grip though, but it's slow. Oh, excuse me. Okay, there we go. We got a good slide around that corner. So I've got to keep up the trail braking, because the trail braking is how you get this thing, how you most usually get front wheel and all-wheel drive cars to slide easily without having to use the emergency brake, because the emergency brake is just going to slow you down a lot. But a little bit of trail braking is going to slow you down a little bit and initiate a slide. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, this race isn't too terribly long. Yeah, hopefully we'll have enough time to finish this series up so we can get the Mustang, as well as actually get ranked online. Which was the sole purpose of playing today, was to try to get ranked. Oh, what the? Really? Come on. I mean, at least I'm still in first, but still, that was ridiculous. There we go. It is quite rainy now, isn't it? This should be a lot easier with a car with dirt tires. Oops, missed the checkpoint. Let's not do that. Again, that's always embarrassing when you do it online. Fortunately, this isn't online. Because unless you're really good, if you miss a checkpoint, that usually means you're not finishing well. I've only recovered from that a couple times, and it's usually not great. Like 9 times out of 10, you're not recovering from that. Yeah, there we go. Got a good slide in. This is difficult to drive this car because it doesn't have dirt tires. This car has the racing slicks on it. This is not terribly easy. I think it would be pretty cool though if the oh dear, slowed down so much going through the water. If the tires actually got more, like some tires got more grip on the dirt than other tires based on how much tread they have. Like the racing tires, I feel like those should have like no grip on dirt at all, or on any of the loose surfaces. But if you get like the second best racing tire, they have a little bit more tread on them. I feel like they would be better for loose surfaces and stuff, but not as good as dirt tires. Dirt tires would be peak for that. But dirt tires are also not as good on pavement as obviously the race slicks, which they have that in, but I would like to see them do the cheaper tires, like have a cheaper set of tires actually grip better on the dirt than the racing slicks. But then again, I'm a sucker for more simulation type stuff, so a lot of people would probably not enjoy that. Because I know this is supposed to be more of an arcadey game than a simulation game, but still, my heart truly lies with the simulations, or trying to make the game as simulation as possible. And what, really? I mean, at least I'm far enough ahead, but really, guys? That was just embarrassing. Missed 2 checkpoints, and one of them was the finisher line. Because I forgot, it's a community race, so that doesn't have the normal finishing line. It has just another checkpoint for the finish line. Oh, well. Maybe one of these days I'll actually do some decent race creator stuff to try to get my stuff in the community championships. I don't know. We'll see. I might get there eventually. Whenever I try to create a race, it always ends up breaking the game. It doesn't like it. I know that's probably just me using it incorrectly, and yeah, it probably is, because whenever you try to go over a piece of road that has already been gone over, it gets really upset about that. So, like, if you're going around a traffic circle more than once, that will not work. So I always have an issue with that, because I always want to do some more interesting things, like going around traffic circles a few times, or I don't know, anything like that. Something to make it more technical and more difficult than just driving down a road. Then again, they might have fixed that by now, because I haven't really played with the route creator since it's come out. I know it had quite a few bugs that I think they fixed. At least I hope they fixed by now. Okay, this car is actually remarkably not good. I know it's the starter car for the game, but still, it's a lot worse than I remember it being. And I'm still able to beat all the AIs without much difficulty, but dang, still, this car is a handful, and I don't like it. Understeers way too much. Gotta hit the brakes back over here. Slam the brakes, lock them up. There we go. Down to third gear. Better. I do say this is a pretty good track if I was like using a car that was better suited for it. Not a bad track at all. I think I had some frame rate issues going through that tunnel. It looked weird. I think my frame rate went down significantly. Yeah, because I really like that section where it's like S-bending essentially through buildings and fences and stuff. It's a pretty decent little section there. It's visually pleasing. But yeah, I do have some ideas for making my own race, but yeah, again, making races is always so time-consuming to try to make them decent. I just can't bring myself to it. That was much smoother. We didn't have frame rate issues that time. But yeah, because there's a few places I'd like to make a race, but like for the races they look for this type of thing, I'm not good at making them. Like what they require. Or what they're looking for, I should say, because they don't really require it, but that's what they look for when doing races, is like being able to clearly see where you're going next, actually have it be a decent track that follows basic guidelines. of the track that you're racing as. Such as, you know, if you have a dirt track race, you're on, or a mixed surface race, you're on mixed surface. You're not like going cross country or anything. Or if you're on a road race, you're not leaving the road. Stuff like that. But, yeah. It's interesting. And also my races always end up being too large, and yeah, it usually just doesn't work out well. I feel like I could get better at it if I really sat down and practiced, but that's very time consuming and I don't have a lot of time for that. Do I vape, bro? What is vape? You mean vape? No. No, I do not. Why would I do that? Alright, one more race in this championship, I believe. And we should get ourselves a Hot Wheels Mustang. Actually, speaking of Hot Wheels, because I know that was like a really good DLC for the last game. I'm curious what the next DLC is going to be for this game, because Hot Wheels really stepped up the game a lot. It stepped it up, but so I'm curious if they're going to do another DLC that's completely over the top like that. Because anything else they could do that's realistic has pretty much been taken care of in either the game already or Fortune Island. So I'm not sure what they would do, or if maybe it's going to be another Hot Wheels expansion, which I would be all for. I would love that. That was a great expansion. Would recommend. But, I don't know, we'll see. I don't think they've announced anything on the next DLC, just they're making the next DLC. That there will be one. But that was confirmed before the game even came out, that there was going to be a second DLC. And Porsche is already in the game, so it's not going to be something stupid like a Porsche pack, like they did on some of the older games. But, that being said, there is not a... there aren't any Toyotas, so I mean, having a Toyota pack would be a thing they could do, but Toyota doesn't want to be in video games, so that's not going to be a thing they do. It's not like with Porsche where they had to pay a lot of money to use Porsche in the game because EA had exclusive rights. No, it was different than that. Toyota just doesn't want to be part in any video games. It's just completely different. So I'm curious if these tracks were specifically spring tracks, because like this one crosses the water quite a lot, and I feel like this is just best feeling in the spring, and that's how they selected these tracks for the spring events. Would be interesting. Okay, we got some weaving happening here in the town. Through here, weave over here. It's a sharp corner, slow. Well, there's a lot of slow corners in this race. Then again, this car in general is really slow on going around corners. It's not helping anything. Then again, I'm still really far ahead of them, but I don't know, this car just feels slow. Even, really right now? It's slow and hard to control, and it just doesn't feel like it makes sense. especially for A-Class, because I've got a lot of really good A-Class cars that I feel are way faster than this. And they're a lot easier to control, too. Oh, well. My goodness. How long is this race? Well, we're at 72%, so we're mostly done. This is a long one. Oh, stop bouncing around. I know I don't have rally suspension on this car. I probably should have rally suspension on a car I'm doing rally races or mixed surface races in. That would help. It would certainly help the water crossings, because the water crossings are all based on your ride height. Your ride height is how much your ride height and power, I think, determine how much speed you can carry through the water. But because this car doesn't have a lot of power and it has really low ride height, it's not great, especially for water crossings. All right, here we go for the win. Beautiful. Ugh. Spring Community Championship is complete. Wait, why did I not get any of them? What? I'm confused. I should have gotten all of them. I beat them. Oh, goodness. I don't even know. We're just going to go over to this Forzathon event really quick. We'll just... Because, again, I still need a lot of Forzathon points. I know I've mentioned that before, but it hasn't changed. I still need a lot of Forzathon points. It's almost 10 o'clock. We're changing our car, though, because this... I do not like this car at all. Go to favorites. Find a more reasonable car that's more fun to drive. Let's see. Actually, there's a Forzathon challenges for driving around to the Mitsubishi Eclipse, so we'll jump into that. Because I have one of those built up into A-Class, and it's probably faster than the Ford. I know it's not the universal one that yeah, it's set against expert drivatars. I thought my drivatars were on expert. Unless they... What? Why in the world are they on New Racer? No. Well, that's my problem, is they were on New Racer and not expert. Hey, MacGyver, how's it going? Do I want to race? Not really, honestly. Right now I just need to get these Forzathon points, and then I plan on doing some online racing, some ranked racing. I mean, you can join at the ranked racing if you really want to, but I'm going to be doing free-for-all, so it's not really much there going on. But you can join if you want to. That's fine. But yeah, yeah, I don't know why my drivatars were not set to the higher difficulty. They should have been. I don't usually change my drivatar difficulty. And why are my rims chrome? I need to paint those. Chrome rims just look so tacky on some cars. Some cars it works, most cars it does not. And they look tacky on this one. Yeah, that's fine if you want to join. So I think if you're on Twitch, you should have my Xbox account name on Twitch. So it's not Salty AF Sergeant because I got kicked out. I got banned for that. But it's Salty Sergeant 42. You can go ahead and join. I have no issue with that at all. Earn skill. Okay, that's really easy. Maybe not with this car though. Maybe I need to switch to like one of the other cars. This car is not fast. It's definitely more of a grip car. Okay, bank those points. Thank you. And we're gonna switch our car because this car is not actually great for that. This car is much better for getting skill points, or skill score, or whatever. I like how it's half buried in the sand, though. I don't think it would be able to move in that much sand. Even though it has so much horsepower and all-wheel drive, I don't think it would be able to do that unless it had, like, paddle tires. Don't crash. Thank you. I like how that didn't count as being a crash, though. Instead, I got a bunch of bonuses for flipping my car over. Usually when you flip over, it counts as a crash. Okay, then we stop, bank, and that should be it. Yes, it is. Thank you. And my username is Salty Sergeant 42. If you're on Twitch, I have it listed on my Twitch page. We need to go this way. There we go. Come on. This car does not want to drive straight in the sand. Granted, I don't think most cars like to drive straight in the sand. That's okay. We just need to get some drift points here. Which, this is probably one of the best cars for getting drift points, if I'm honest. This and the Formula Drift, what one is it? The Formula Drift Viper. That one's another one that one holds a lot of records. I've seen a lot of people get some pretty ridiculous scores with that car. I'm not very good at driving it myself, but then again, I haven't really tuned it at all. Most of my drift high scores are done with either this car or the Huna truck. Okay. Okay, danger sign. Which one? That one. Okay. Easy enough. That's the one I think it is. It looks like it might be. Yeah, it is. This is the one that jumps into the lake. I don't like this danger sign very much. I haven't had good luck with this one. And I missed the danger sign, but it still counted. I'll take it. Should probably find a car that's a little bit more stable for this. Oh well. It's like the Koenigsegg Agro would probably be way better for doing danger signs, but I get the Car Pass Fastback Mustang. Oh, that's true. That did just come out today, didn't it? That is one of the cars I wanted to get. Actually, there's a few Car Pass cars I don't have yet that I want. Yeah, I can do that after this Forza-thon. We can pick that up. Alright, about halfway there to probably 20,000 feet that we're trying to get to, I'm assuming. We'll get there, not an issue, because there's a lot of people jumping right now. It's not going to be an issue at all. In each jump, I'm getting well over 500 feet here, so yeah, it shouldn't take too long at all. Considering we're at 10, I jumped once and now we're at 18. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get up there to jump again. I'm just going to sit here. Just a moment. See if we can do this. Let's see. We need Xbox app over here. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing. There we go. But yeah, working on it. Let's get back over here so we're not paused. There we go. So we got our Forza-thon points. You've been added as a Destroyer 34CW. You've been added as a friend. And Swag Kid. You've also been added as a friend. Okay, I'm not sure if I can actually invite anyone to my game. Let's see. Invite. Yeah, you might just have to go and join. Now that we're friends, you should be able to just join my game, though. Or actually, here. If I go here, invite friends. There we go. It's always hard to figure out how to do it on the PC, because on the Xbox it's so much easier. Because I'm playing on the PC and it's much more difficult to figure out how to do it. But while he's getting invited, I'm going to head over... Okay, he's part of the convoy now. I think you're still going to be part of the convoy when I go to the festival. So I just need to go pick up the Car Pass cars, see what we have going on over here. Yeah, because there's a bunch of Car Pass cars I haven't gotten yet. The NSX Type R, definitely a good one that I've been wanting. Mustang's one I wanted. And honestly, the old Transit van, I've also been looking forward to that. Just because I like Transit vans. I'm not gonna lie. If I could live the van life, I would. But yeah, now we have our fastback Mustang, which is the proper Mustang, in my opinion. Which actually, my other Mustang is pretty decent in A-class. Interested to see how if this one's much different, or if it's going to be very similar. I'm I'm not going to try building one up right now. I know Destroyer just joined my Destroyer just joined us here, so we're going to be playing some doing some online stuff, online adventure, ranked adventure, free for all. Okay, someone in my convoy is not unlocked, so I guess we're not doing that for right now. We may end up trying to build up a Mustang then. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's go back to the garage real quick. We're gonna build up this Mustang real quick. We'll see what we can do with it. I feel like A-Class is a good place for this. I know some people might disagree with me on that, but that's how I feel. What are our options here? Because we have Let's go with that. Well, actually, I'm going to go with the Forza one because it's adjustable. A blackout rear end, I like it. Blackout sides, with different mirrors, okay. I don't know if we really want the engine sticking out of the hood. That's a little extra. But you know what, we're going to do it anyways. Convert it to all-wheel drive. We will be putting a supercharger on it because obviously there's a supercharger sticking out of the hood. Gonna put some nice sticky tires on there that are really wide. And try a different set of wheels. Go with these 1552s. Make them a little bit bigger. I mean, having a little bit of meat on those tires is good, but also having a bit of rim on those tires is good. 18s look good. Let's try that. And widen them out all the way. Okay. Then we upgrade transmission, differential. We need suspension. Race suspension, we need lightweight. And upgraded brakes. There we go. Looking a little bit more serious now. Then we just need to add power until the top of A-Class, which we can just do that so it revs to infinity. Well, not quite infinity, but close. Exhaust. One lightweight flywheel. Can we get a lightweight drive shaft to get it to 800? We're going to try it. Yes, 800, perfect. Which is probably not the best way to do this, but whew, over 500 horsepower in A-Class, that's not bad. It's a lot of power. I'm not sure what our top speed with this car is going to be. Might need to play around with it a little bit, see. But 500 horsepower is a little excessive for A-Class. Because usually I'm sitting like 300 to 400 horsepower for A-Class. But I'm also usually driving lighter weight vehicles. And I feel like this car would actually not be awful if you had it set to rear wheel drive instead of all wheel. But I might be wrong there. Because I do like driving rear wheel drive cars. I prefer rear wheel drive cars more. But they're just not competitive online. They're not competitive at all. All right. So what are we gonna do now? Because we have a destroyer in here. So let's I don't know if anybody else wants to join. You can also join. I'm not gonna stop you guys. I don't know. Let's see what else can we do. Yeah, I'd say what else can we? Oh, we can do some events. What do we got? What events give what? So let's look at this. Let's see. Cart before the horse is mid-engined cars and the trial. Let's see if we can head over to the trial. Wherever that is. I don't even know where it is. There it is. I know I probably could have just put it as a point and driven there, but I'm lazy. We got about three and a half minutes until that starts. That works. I don't know what class car I need to drive for this. Probably gonna go with like whatever with the fastest car I can. Because whenever you go with a slower car, you lose your chances of getting in first place. Or anywhere close to it, really. Yeah, I feel like this car would actually be like... Well, I wouldn't say it would be really good if it was rear-wheel drive, but it would certainly make a good drift car. I do like myself a good drift Mustang. You can send me a party invite, but it's not going to work because I'm not playing on the Xbox. I don't think party invites work on the PC. I might be wrong. I might be. You can send me a party invite. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to respond to it though, because again, I'm not on the Xbox. I'm on the PC right now. And the only way I've been able to talk to people on PC is over Discord servers. It's such a pain. It's like that's the only reason I have a Discord server is so I can chat with people that are playing online. It's a little ridiculous. Oops. Check out those benches. Let me see, because we have Xbox. What's going on over here? I've got one person that keeps asking, that just said send a message to me, just good morning. I don't know who this person is. Probably one of the randos that I added as a friend just to boost up my friend count and my leaderboards. We'll see. What kind of engine swap? I'm not actually sure. I didn't really take a look. I'm kind of hoping that they have the which one is it? The RB26, just so you can recreate the Fast and Furious Mustang from Tokyo Drift. That'd be pretty fun. Not sure if that's an option though, but no, I didn't see what the engine swaps there were for it, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I stuck with the factory engine. So I had to wait 4 minutes, and then it sits there matchmaking, and now it's going to take another who knows how long to actually find the race. You sent me an invite. Okay, let me double check. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I don't think it works on the PC. Sorry about that. Okay, I think I'm in your party now. I'm not sure if I can talk to you though. Okay, this is a bunch of garbage cars. This is not going to work well for me. At all. I have nothing tuned for this. Okay, I guess we're going with the Bentley, because that's our best one, but... we'll try it, we'll see if it works. But yeah, so we'll see, we'll see. Kind of sad I couldn't use the Mustang, because looking forward to that. Or any of my Mitsubishis, because I still haven't gotten a chance to really race any of them very much. Because I enjoy the Mitsubishis an awful lot, but I just haven't gotten a chance to race them. Maybe eventually. Maybe. Same with the Mustang, maybe eventually I'll have a chance to actually race it. A little sad. We're playing against expert drivatars, or unbeatable drivatars, and an untuned car is not going to be easy. We'll see how this goes. Looks like somebody actually has a tuned car for this, because I saw one of the alphas with a wing on it. Yeah, the alphas are both tuned. They oh well. Maybe I should have also done the Alpha 8C, because it's a decent car. It really is. I like the aesthetics of it very much, but I would never actually own one, because that sounds like an awful idea. Okay, this car isn't too bad. I feel like I can be almost competitive with this, as long as I don't make any stupid mistakes. Because it does have an incredible top speed. It doesn't corner very well, but its top speed is stupid. Why do you keep saying sorry, dude? You don't need to apologize. And please note, I'm only trying to beat up the AI drivers. I don't like doing that to other human drivers. That's just rude. But yeah, I'll beat up on the AI drivers all day. I don't mind them. I don't mind beating them up. You can't get in trouble for beating them up. And in this case, it's just humans against AIs. So I can't see it being an issue at all. Not sure if I'm going to get past this guy, though. This guy's pretty... Me and him have very similar speeds. I might be able to do it, but it's going to be difficult. And driving a Bentley is not helping my cause at all. So I don't like heavy cars in general. I prefer my cars to be lighter weight, lower powered. So having a heavyweight, higher powered car is not ideal for me. It looks like we're going to be winning, so I'm okay with this. I'm not sure if this is a race or a championship, but it looks like we're not going to be doing too bad here. There we go. I know I beat the crap out of him to get into third, but worth it. In this case, again, I wouldn't do that to another human player because that's rude. Usually when playing online, I try to race as clean as possible. But in Forza, the little bits of bumping is going to happen. There's not much you can do about that. But ramming is not... No, ramming is no. I'm nowhere close to the guys in first and second, so I'm not going to try to do that. Really, all I'm caring about right now is making sure that we're ahead of the AIs. Which we're doing quite well, actually. Pretty pleased with how well we're doing. I don't usually have this easy of a time going against the expert AIs, so I'm happy with this. Or not the expert, but the unbeatable AIs. I'm usually mid-pack. But not today. Today I'm doing pretty well. I'm happy with this. Okay, maybe the Bentley isn't that bad of a car, but still, it'd be nicer to do this with a tuned car instead of an untuned Bentley. Whatever. Oops. Can I show customization? I can. After I'm done with this series, we can go back and because I'm kind of curious what that Mustang had as its engine swaps, because I know that was mentioned. So I want to head back and look at that. Can you hear an echo? But yeah, no, I want to check what the new Mustang has for engine swaps, and also pick up the NSX, because I know there's the NSX in the car pack I haven't gotten yet either. Oof. Alright, it's taking a little while to load, my goodness. Oof. Wearing these headphones for too long, so it makes my ears hurt. My goodness. Then again, I've been wearing these things for almost 3 hours now, so it's been a little while. Okay, so it is a whole series, great. So probably gonna have to do like 3 races. Yeah, there's three events in total. Wonder if I win the first 2 events, if we already know we're going to win overall, if we'd have to do the 3rd event. That'd be nice, if we didn't have to. Wait, am I starting in the last? Darn it, I hate it when that happens. Yeah, I am in last. Darn it. Oh, there goes my wing. It's a good thing I'm not using simulation damage. Really? Do you have to ram me out of the corner like that? It's always the problem when doing this sort of stuff, because my main problem isn't the computer players, it's getting rammed by the human players that are on my team, which is stupid. But whatever. Whatever. We'll get it. Because we're still winning, because one guy's, the man in the mirror there, is doing really well. He's in first place right now. He's going to win this championship for all of us. Hit the wall in the exact same place as the other Bentley. Not a good sign. Okay, here we go. We can cut him off like that. Beautiful. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to pitch you. You can go ahead of me, I don't care. As long as the AIs don't pass me. That's all I really care about. Did you just miss a checkpoint? It's embarrassing when that happens online. Especially in a cooperative one like this, because then you're bringing the whole team down for missing a checkpoint like that. I've done that so many times. That's why I don't like the ranked team stuff. Because I'm always bringing the team... Because it's not... I would say I'm always bringing the team down, but if I'm not bringing the team down, somebody else is bringing me down, and I don't like that. That's why I enjoy playing solo, because in solo, if you're bringing yourself down, then it's only you. You can't blame someone else. It's no one else's fault. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, don't worry about, like, I know you're getting really far behind, but Man in the Mirror is making it up from all of us. He really is. He keeps winning. So there's pretty much no chance that we're going to lose this championship now, because we've won 2 out of the 3 races. So yeah, don't feel bad about that. It's really the online ranked one that's why I don't like the online ranked one. The cooperative one, it's okay, because especially when there's somebody that's like significantly better than everyone else, like there is in this lobby. It doesn't really matter too much here. But no, ranked online team is the worst. I don't like it. Are they going to make us do the third race too? Yes, darn it. I was hoping we only had to do the 2 races. Like, we've obviously already won. We won the first 2 races. There's no way we're going to lose. And I'm starting in last place again. Why do they always put me in last place? I'm over it. Excuse me. This is a circuit. Okay. All right. Brake, 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 brake. Third gear. Nope, nope. We just missed the checkpoint. Okay, let's not do that. That's embarrassing. Okay, let's see if I can make up a little bit of time here, because the race is still early. I can probably make up a few spots still. Yeah, Man in the Mirror's in first place again already, after like 2 corners. That is ridiculous. Yeah, Destroyer there, you're lagging a lot, lagging all over the place there. Don't know what's going on. Okay, let's see if we can get ahead of that next AI that's in front of me. Oh, goodness. The racing line did not help that at all. My braking is, like, non-existent. Hate heavy cars. Okay, let's see. We've got... he's quite a ways ahead, isn't he? It's going to be a pain trying to catch back up. We're still winning overall, though. Because, again, Man in the Mirror's in first place, getting all those points. Okay, I think I'm actually catching up a little bit. Again, that turn, it's like the braking line does not actually match where you're supposed to be braking at all. It's pretty awful, actually. That my racing line was just bad on that turn. But okay, 2 more laps. We're definitely catching up to this guy. Braking way more than I was before, and that worked much better. There we go. Now we're up into 7th. That's not bad. You know what? I'll happily sit in 7th for the rest of this track, or the rest of this race. I don't mind. 7th is a good place to be. Do not like the weight in this car on this track. And instead of braking, that guy just slammed into the wall, which is not actually faster, believe it or not. Really? We're on the same team. And now we've been passed by an AI. Really? This guy's an idiot. Does he not realize we're on the same team here? Doesn't matter. Still got in front of him. I don't care. Yeah, that Yian guy there is not... No. We're on the same team. There's no reason to beat me off the road. Actually, that's probably the same guy that pushed you off the road before, Destroyer. It's fine. It's fine. Look, if we got you the black race suit, you don't have to do it again. Problem solved. Now you don't have to worry about the this seasonal championship again. Leveled up to 250, but prestige 2. So I'm like, what is that? 850, level 850 now. I've played this game way too much. But yeah, you don't have to be that sorry about that. Don't be sorry about having a slow car. It's totally fine. We're gonna go back to the festival really quick because I wanted to double check that Mustang, see what engine options we had, because we might have other more interesting engine options. Like if the Rally 4-cylinder is an option, that would be hilarious. Ford F1000. Okay. So I know someone was asking about this. Sanchez, I think it was. So we do have, we have a bunch of engine options. And we have a 2.6 liter straight six, so you can recreate the Mustang from Fast and Furious. 5.2 liter V8, which I think that's just the newer one, isn't it? The Coyote, I think it is. 8.4 liter V10, so you can put the Viper engine in it. The 7 liter V8, which I don't exactly remember what car that's from. A 6.5 V12, and a racing V8. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting options for this one. Probably some of the most options than there is for any other car, my goodness. Because you can get a 6-cylinder, a V8, V10, bigger V8, a V12, or an even bigger V8. It's not bad. That is interesting. I'm still going to stick with the factory engine, though, because that's how I built it right now. Well, actually, hold on. Because what type of engines do we have? Because these all decrease, because this engine I upgraded quite a bit to get where it's at. But you also have to look at where our power is. Because like this guy actually has more horsepower. A little less torque, it looks like. Yeah, less torque, more horsepower. But that also puts me into S-Class, and I don't want to be put into S-Class. The 7 liter V8, which is obscenely huge, actually has less torque as well. No, I'm going to keep the engine I've got. The engine I've got has way more torque. The torque with the all-wheel drive is what's going to get me off the line faster. Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm not looking to make 1,300 horsepower, though. That's the racing V8. I honestly don't like how the racing V8 drives very much. I would almost go with the V12 over the V8. But again, that's just me, in my opinion. I might be wrong there. Well, I'd say I might be wrong. It's my opinion. It's hard to be wrong when it's your opinion. Okay. The NSX is another car I've been looking for, but I'm also really excited about this Transit. So we're gonna get the Transit instead. And we're going to build up a transit because I like myself a good transit. Because having one of these guys be actually competitive could be really funny. Again, probably build this guy into A class, maybe S1 class if I can get tires that are wide enough to actually grip anything, because that's really going to be the trick on this one, is seeing how wide I can get the tires. Because I don't want tires that are not wide at all. And in a high class, because that's not going to help anyone. Yeah, the tires only go to 225. That's not great. And 255 in the rear. Yeah, we're going to go for A class. Because that's pretty useless. Widen the track a little bit. Excuse me. And we'll come back to that. We gotta pick our rims first. Probably gonna go with 1552s again, just because I like the way they look. They look classy, and they're relatively lightweight. I like these guys. Let's do that. Yeah, 18s look good. It keeps the tires still being pretty meaty there. We got a pretty decent sidewall. Nope. Aero. What do we even have for aero stuff? Oh, that's nice. For rear wing, we got the little lip spoiler. I can get rid of the rear bumper, chrome rear bumper. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful. Actually really happy with how this is turning out so far. Okay, we're definitely converting this to all-wheel drive. We can put in the 5.2 liter V8, the turbo rally engine, which is quite interesting to me. The 7 liter V8 and the racing 7.2 liter V8. So you can have this car with, as stated, 1,300 horsepower on 255 wide tires, and that sounds awful. Actually, going to go with the rally engine on this. Going to get all that. Let's see. Get better brakes, get better suspension. Yeah, I'm going to put some racing suspension under there. Everything should be adjustable just in case if I ever feel like actually tuning it correctly. I don't need a cage right now. Brings it down to 3,000 pounds. It's pretty decent. Not as light as it could be. What happens if we max this thing out? Does this actually get to the top of A class? It does. We can get to the top of A class with this car. I'm not sure how competitive this will be, like at all. There we go. We're at A800 now. For $102,000, we have made a rally van. That's essentially what we've done. We swapped in the all-wheel drive, put in the rally 4-cylinder engine. Ooh, it's a drifty boy. Not terribly quick though, but it is in what, A class, so it's to be expected. It's not going to be the greatest car around. More importantly, I just need to make sure that it's actually still able to drive and handle with how narrow the tires are. Because the tires are quite narrow on this car. Especially for the weight, I'd prefer to have wider tires. But that's okay. That is all good. Whew. All right. This car actually isn't that bad, though. I say it's not bad until I race it competitively, and then I realize how awful it really is. So we're going to do some free-for-all race, some free-for-all adventure. See if we can find an A-class one, so we can either use this or the Mustang. Because I'd be quite happy to use either one, honestly. We'll see. It's probably going to end up being something stupid again, like S2 Winter Racing, which I have no interest in. I'd really prefer just to be racing A-class all the time. Wish there was a way you could just, pick what class you're racing in. That'd be really nice. Street racing, A-class, beautiful. Which car should I use? I got this van or the Mustang? It's a toss-up. Because it is tempting to use the van. Or the Mustang, honestly. We'll use the Mustang because it's probably going to handle better anyways. It's probably going to be more competitive. Just guessing. Because I think they're about the same weight. But the Mustang has much wider tires, which helps. But what is going on here? And of course it's winter racing. Darn it. Hate winter racing. But yeah, I was just thinking about that, because you could use either the, if you want to be true to Fast and Furious, you could use the RB26 in this car. But honestly, that 1300 horsepower would probably make a really good drift car. Like, completely over the top, unnecessary amounts of power type of drift car. Because I think that's about the same as what the Formula Drift, what the Formula Drift the Viper has. That wouldn't be too bad. Because I know how much of a beast that thing is when it comes to getting high scores for drifting. Obviously, how I have this built right now, it doesn't work at all for drifting because it's all-wheel drive. And, a lot of people get really upset when when you're sliding with an all-wheel drive car drifting. There's a lot of people that think drifting should only be done with rear-wheel drive vehicles to be actually drifting. Been a lot of arguments about that, especially in Forza. Because in the early days, everyone just wanted to drift the Skylines, but the Skylines only came in all-wheel drive. You couldn't convert them to rear-wheel drive. So they wanted to be JDM fanboys with their Skylines, but they also wanted to drift, and that's not how it works. That didn't fly very well. No, I don't actually want to do that. I want to do this race, where hopefully I get to drive this car. Hopefully it wasn't the end of the series. We'll see. Where am I at? Well, I joined a race. I don't know if you actually joined with me, because you're not showing up as in my group anymore. You should have joined with me when I joined the race. So I joined this one because I couldn't do the ranked ones, because I don't think you've unlocked the ranked ones yet. Yeah, we're gonna try to actually race this thing. Yeah, you're not in here. That's sad. I'll have to leave after this race. Just sad because it is an A-class racing, but I can't really do much with this car. Yeah, I'm not driving across the field. That's stupid. I'll find a tree and run into it. I don't want to do that. I mean, now I'm almost in last place, but that's okay. Yeah, everybody else is running into trees over here. Those idiots. That's why I don't do that. Back up to 5th place now. About past number 4th here. Now I'm just going to follow the route that it gives me, because I don't know what route they're taking. I don't know this track or this race very well. So I'm just going to follow the route that the game gives me. Mostly try to just stick to the roads, because that usually ends up working pretty well for me, unless there's an obvious shortcut. Which now I'm in last place, which is a little sad, but whatever. Make up for it, because they're all like going cross country and I'm not. Actually sticking to the roads. Yeah, like this turn up here looks like this is a pretty obvious shortcut. So we'll cut here. And then we're going to cut here as well. Another pretty obvious shortcut, but there's a tree there, of course there is. Yeah, this is not going well. We're just going to cut across the field, see if we can get in front of anybody else before the timer runs out. Okay, so for this one, do not. Oh, that didn't work well for me. I was flipping back over. Come on, guys. That also didn't work. I'm over it. I'm over it. Whatever. Actually, I want to use this in an actual race, so I'll do this race and then quit. Join back up with Destroyer there. Because I still want to figure out what this car is actually capable of in an actual race setting and not Free Roam Rush, because Free Roam Rush is the stupidest thing that's ever happened to a Forza game. I hate Free Roam Rush so much. Alright, come on race, just load. And T's all gone. And also, no, Destroyer, I just saw your message. I can't hear you at all. Because again, I don't think that there's something funky going on with how the groups work on. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. On PC, it just doesn't work quite right. Oh dear, getting distracted here. It's race time. And we start off in last place. So already this car isn't looking so good for competitiveness. Not how I have it built right now anyways. Then again, everybody did have a couple second head start. So I was a bit distracted there. We're back up to mid-pack. That's not too bad. And we overshot that corner by a huge amount, which is not great. Need to be careful on the brakes, I keep forgetting that. The braking line is not always correct. Actually, it's almost never correct. I don't even know why I still use it. It's like it's correct sometimes, like enough to, or it's correct enough. What? Okay, I guess I flipped over. That was unexpected. Now I'm back down to 8th place. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to recover from that. One of our first corners was awful. We flipped over and had to reset. Yeah, I don't think we're going to recover from that. If I'm lucky, I might be able to get in front of this guy in 7th. And maybe. Oh no, he's cutting across fields. That's not the fastest way to go around the corner. Then again, I ran into that fence, which wasn't helping my case either. Whew, that was close. Yeah, I might be able to pass this guy. We'll see. I feel like this car would almost be acceptable if it wasn't winter. It's the fact that it's winter and everything's very slippery makes this car very hard to use. Seventh. I thought that was 6th. I thought I passed the guy in 7th. No, the Raptor passed me too. Forgot about him. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So the new Mustang's not bad. Can't complain too much. Actually, I know I said I was going to just rejoin Destroy. I think I'm actually going to be logging off here shortly. I just remembered something I needed to take care of before I get to school. I've got to be going to school soon too, so let me get out of here. But still, Destroy, thanks for joining me in the game. I know we didn't do too much besides the one seasonal championship, but I appreciate you joining me. So for everybody else, yeah, please like, subscribe, follow, whatever you're watching on. Please do that. I appreciate it. I try to play Forza every Thursday. Well, pretty much whatever random game I come across, I play every Thursday. On Tuesdays, I try to play Planet Coaster, so if you guys want to watch me build roller coasters, you can stop in on a Tuesday. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Again, thanks Destroyer for playing with me a little bit. Sorry, I have to log off. I got to get some stuff taken care of. But I will see you guys hopefully on Tuesday. Have a good one.